Hey everyone, and welcome back to The Explainer. Today, we're jumping straight into something incredibly powerful. We are focusing entirely on ACIM, specifically Lesson 75. And the core message here, the absolute foundation of everything we're going to talk about today, is just 4 simple words. The light has come. It sounds simple, right? But we're going to unpack exactly what the source text means by that, how it completely reshapes the way we see things, and the actual practical steps it gives us to put this into action. So let's get right into it.
The light has come. You know, the text uses this specific phrase as an absolute anchor. It's not just some pretty poetry, it is literally a declaration of a brand new reality. The source material is telling us that because this light has arrived, you are healed, and you can heal others. You're saved, and you bring peace with you wherever you go. Just think about the contrast for a second. All that heaviness, the turmoil, the darkness, that underlying feeling of dread we sometimes carry around, gone. The text says it completely disappears when this light is present.
So that brings us to a pretty massive question, doesn't it? Are you ready to wake up from the dream of disaster? I absolutely love how the text frames this. It calls our usual state of fear and anxiety a long dream of disaster. And today, according to this lesson, is the day we actually celebrate the happy ending to that nightmare. The source is absolutely adamant. There are no dark dreams anymore. This light arriving, it marks a completely new era for you and for everyone else. It is basically a wake-up call to step right out of the nightmare.
Now, to really grasp this, the source draws a super sharp line between what we are leaving behind and what we're stepping into. Imagine it like a total reset. On one hand, you've got the old world. This is your darkness, the turmoil, being weighed down by the ego's shadow and all those heavy past burdens. But the text says that world is gone, and it hasn't left a single trace. Then, on the other hand, we have the new world. This is pure light, pure peace, a totally clean mental slate, or what the text beautifully calls heaven's reflection. We really don't want to drag the ego's shadow into today. We want to see this new, spotless world.
Okay, so how do we actually make that leap from the old world to the new one? Well, the text gives us a very specific tool, but we kind of need to strip away our usual assumptions about it. The word is forgiveness. But in the context of this lesson, we aren't just talking about letting someone off the hook for a wrong they did to you. No, it's way bigger than that. It is a radical mechanism to literally wash away all past ideas and concepts. Imagine dropping a massive, heavy backpack you've been lugging around for years. Boom! Gone. It clears the mind entirely, which the text says entitles you to true vision. You let go of the past so completely that you can finally see this new world that's been waiting for you.
To actually put this massive mental cleanse into practice, the lesson gives us our main mantra for the day. The light has come. I have forgiven the world. The text tells us to start our practice periods by telling ourselves these, and I love this phrase, glad tidings of our release. By actually saying you have forgiven the world, you're consciously deciding, hey, I'm not dwelling on the past today. You are actively accepting the new world because that is what you truly want to see.
Let's break down exactly what the text wants us to do during the longer daily practice sessions. It's basically a 3-step process. First, you say those glad tidings we just talked about. Second, you have to keep a completely open mind. The source is super clear on this. Your mind needs to be washed clean of all past ideas. You have to look at the world as if you're seeing it for the very first time. And then, step 3, just wait patiently for true vision. You don't even know what this new world looks like yet, so you just slowly repeat the mantra and wait for it to be shown to you.
And while you're sitting there waiting, the text introduces this really profound element of trust. It assures us that if you wait with that open, forgiving mind, you are literally entitled to vision. It explicitly states that the Holy Spirit never fails to give the gift of sight to the forgiving. So it's asking you to lean into that trust, to believe that He is right there with you as you wait, and that He will show you what true vision actually looks like. It's a promise within the text that if this is your single purpose, hitting your goal is completely inevitable. But hey, this isn't just about sitting in a long, quiet meditation. The text is very demanding about the rest of your day too. It wants frequent, shorter check-ins. And the magic number here? 15. The instructions say you need to remind yourself of this release every quarter of an hour. Yeah, you heard that right, every 15 minutes. It is all about this constant, joyful realignment, no matter what else you're doing during your day.
So what are you actually doing every 15 minutes? Honestly, you're celebrating. The text specifically calls these shorter practice periods joyful reminders. Every quarter of an hour, you pause and remind yourself that today is a special time for celebration. You give thanks. You rejoice in the fact that forgiveness is healing your sight completely. And you repeat the phrase, the light has come, I have forgiven the world. It acts like a mental refresh button, making absolutely sure the darkness of the past doesn't creep back in while you go about your business. Of course, the source material is realistic. It knows life happens. People get on our nerves, things go wrong. So what happens when someone really frustrates you, or you're tempted to slip back into anger? Well, there's a specific variation of the mantra just for those daily temptations. If anyone or any situation seems to be pulling you back into the dark, the instruction is to say directly to them. You can say it out loud or just in your head. The light has come, I have forgiven you. It is this incredibly targeted application of the lesson designed to instantly diffuse conflict and protect your own peace. As we start to wrap up these practices, I want to bring it all back to that one massive foundational statement: the light has come. The text asks us to dedicate our entire day to the sheer serenity that comes from knowing this. It wants us to keep it front and center in our awareness everywhere we go today. And by doing that, we're actively celebrating the arrival of the real world, this beautiful world of light that has finally come to replace the heavy, unforgiven world we mistakenly thought was real.
To make absolutely sure we've got this structured routine locked in, here is the exact daily blueprint laid out by the text. So for your longer practice periods, which you do daily, you're opening your mind and waiting patiently for that vision. Then, for the shorter periods, you're doing this every 15 minutes, joyfully repeating your main mantra. And finally, for temptations, you use the variations strictly as needed, specifically forgiving the person or situation pulling at you. This whole structure guarantees the lesson just completely permeates your day.
Which leaves us with one final, really provocative thought from the text. It suggests that when you actually practice this, when you truly drop the past and see this incredible new world, what you see will be so welcome, so beautiful, that you will gladly want to extend today forever. So, will you choose to hold on to that light? It's a pretty amazing question to carry with you. Thank you so much for hanging out with me for this explainer of ACIM Lesson 75. If you found this breakdown helpful, please take a quick second to like this explainer and subscribe to the channel so we can keep bringing you more deep dives just like this one. Until next time, keep that mind open and remember, the light has come.